to CLS, there's a couple of families that are really concerned, probably more than a couple, concerning CLS services for individuals who have complex behavioral and medical needs and who are with a provider or being served in their own homes by a provider. This idea of CLS not being able to be 24-hour support. Can you talk a little bit about that? And is that true? Is there anything else that you can tell us about that issue?
Not a tremendous amount that hasn't already been presented in the renewal webinars from DBHDD and presented to the board, which is happening right now. So the waivers have to be renewed every 5 years. And as part of the renewal, there were some proposed changes around CLS and kind of truing up the definition as to what it always was supposed to be. I don't want us to get to different messages. I'm not trying to skirt the question, but I would ask that you go back to DBHDD and really look at the webinar and information that was presented there about what the process would be and what is being changed and what limits are being placed on the service. And then I would strongly encourage folks to send in their comments, concerns, and questions to the DCH board. As I said, this was just presented to the DCH board today. I believe probably right now while we're talking, it's being presented. And then it will be open for a public comment period of 30 days. There will be a hearing, a public hearing where people can come. I don't know if we're doing it virtually now, so I don't want to say they can come to Peachtree, but I'm quite positive that they'll be able to sign in, if nothing else, to a webinar and give their comments face-to-face like you and I are doing right now, or fax or mail in their comments. I know I personally have gotten 7 or 8 of correspondence about this proposed change. And I have sent those all to everybody who needs to have them at both our agency and DCH. But I haven't personally been involved in too much of the building of it, and I don't want to give information that isn't consistent with what the departments have given.
So you said there's a process again, and individuals can send comments to the DCH board. They can provide public comment. They can send it in. How would they send it into the DC? So again, is that on your website? Is there
it absolutely is.
Okay.
Here's the easiest thing to do, and this is how I get to it, believe it or not. And I know I should probably be better than this. It should be in my favorites folder or something. But usually what I do is just go to Google and I put in DCH for Department of Community Health, GA board.
Okay.
BORD. And the first thing that comes up is our page about board meetings. You can click on that page and then it'll list out all of the 2020 board meetings. All the documents from the board meeting will be there. They record the presentation, so you'll hear my boss, Lynette Rhodes, give an explanation of exactly what is changing in this year's renewal. And then it will give the time and place and date for the public hearing, and it will give other methods for sending in public comments, whether that be by email or by fax or hard copy. You could mail in hard copy as well here to 2 Peachtree on the 40th floor. But all that information will be in the notice that notice is also put in the paper, and it's in the AJC, and I think it goes in a couple other papers. It's also put in every single DFACS office. So all of our board notices go in all of the Division of Family and Children's Services offices on their bulletin boards, kind of in their front lobbies, so people can see openly what's changing or what's been proposed to the board.
Okay. All right. So again, I will post some information for families on this as well, so they have an idea of the path to take to provide comment.
That would be great. If you could do that link for folks so they know where to go if they have comments, that would be awesome. We definitely review them. We compile them, and then we respond back to the board on each individual identified issue.
Okay, that's good to hear.